people? It's your boy the Kryptonian sitting here bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 286, and volume 31 starts off with a really nice bang. So, Noland and Wyper's ancestor, Kalgara? Let me know if I'm saying that right down below. I'm pre-recording, so I'm going to try not to say it too much, but when I go back and do my One Piece decoded names, One Piece decoded videos where I kind of talk about the hidden mysteries of One Piece. One of the things I'm going to do is, I'll have names like that done the correct way because I will be caught up. So forgive me for that. That's a long way from now, but stay tuned. Anyway, I like how we got the throwback to Captain Noland. I like that, okay? And the reason why I like that is what we're seeing is Oda is throwing us all the way back to where we got to Jaya, okay? What started this whole thing off. And he did it earlier in the arc where Nami realizes that this used to be part of Jaya, but not Nami, Nico Robin, I believe, realizes this part used to be part of Jaya. But just to see the flashback and just the different things that take place, very beautiful. Oda did it in a cliche way. I know some of you guys like, what are you talking about? I know a lot of times when I criticize the chair Oda, I catch a lot of shit. But you got to understand, I get backhanded compliments, okay? Because every writer uses cliches to a certain extent. They're unavoidable. But it's how you're able to use them and make them your own, where you kind of give other writers a pass. And in this case, Oda does it, but he doesn't do it. Like, what I'm talking about, the cliche is to have a character looking up into the sky, there's lightning going abound, dark clouds symbolizes the mood, lightning is a reflection of the past, and then they have the flashbacks, and that's what's happening. Wyper is looking into the distance, the clouds and lightning and stuff is going off, and he's recalling what his grandfather told him about his great ancestor, about what happened 400 years ago. But the reason why I say that Oda managed to kind of work around it a little bit is a lesser writer, I guess a lesser artist in this case, would have shown Wyper's face just in one frame and then right next to it the lightning bolts and everything, and then transition over. So he managed to get away from that because God knows I've seen that too many times in shonen, so particularly older shonen, okay? So just knowing Oda found a way around that, that's cool. That's cool. But like I said, it's a cliche, but he used it in the right way, okay? So this is good criticism, okay? But I like just how the heart of this chapter is going over the backstory where we see that Wyper's ancestor was just a straight savage, and he's actually wielding a chain and ball, like how I said I wanted to see Luffy use that gold ball. And I don't know if that's maybe Oda foreshadowing that, either Luffy or Wyper is going to end up fighting in that way. I personally hope it's Luffy. That's something I think will be pretty damn awesome to see. And the reason why is Oda doesn't drop little small things in for no reason, okay? Like, something happens for a reason. It's all built in. And because I've been paying attention to smaller things, some of you guys have told me, like, oh man, that's going to be really big later on. Or, oh, you're going to get the answer to that really, really soon. It's really good that you picked up on that. I didn't catch that when I first started reading this, or I first started watching this. So I like how Oda just slipped that in there. And the chain and ball thing, like, you just see it when the ball crashes into the ship. And just looking at it from a power scaling thing, because like I've said before, I like the power scale. I just don't do a lot of videos because I don't want to make super long videos, because I'm not arrogant enough to think that, somebody wants to sit through 30 something minutes. I've done a few 30-minute videos, so don't get me wrong, but I'm not arrogant enough to think somebody wants to sit through 30 minutes, listen to me throw numbers and everything out. Like, that's just my opinion. That's why I don't do a bunch of power scaling stuff. But to know that he's able to wield a chain and ball, and the ball is that big with that much force to where it caves in a whole side of a ship, it just shows you, like, this dude is super powerful. Like, I wouldn't say he's mountain buster level, but when you look at the ease at which he was able to do it, you gotta say that this dude's pretty fucking hacks. Like, if he couldn't, he could probably take out a few of those super big buildings, like the ones that are made out of bricks and stuff. And the reason why I say that is, it's like the strength level is higher than what we've seen with the fishmen, where they're able to flip the ship, not the ships, the houses over. but it's below anything I feel like we've seen with Dory and Brogy on the Little Garden part. So I like how, again, like, we're seeing some stream feats, and I feel like this is, again, Oda showing us that Luffy and the others, they've got to get stronger. But the whole reason why Wyper's having this whole flashback, and I focus on the flashback long enough, but the whole reason Wyper's having this flashback is he's watching as his homeland is being destroyed, and he's so close at taking it back, okay? And we're finding out that there's a secondary reason why he has to take this back, why it is so personal to him. But while this is going on, Zoro and everyone else is starting to wake up, and I really like how I did get some confirmation that my prognostication was correct, that Wyper was going to have another story arc, because by telling his, Oda having us see his ancestor story, what we're actually seeing is another change inside of Wyper, and so he's getting one final character arc. And I like how it's Wyper's character arc, but at the same time it's fleshing out different things that we've already been introduced to, as well as filling in plot holes and then introducing a new character and actually letting us see his ancestor, as well as to see Nolan and to get this story. Really good, really good. This is a really good usage of flashbacks, man. Really good usage. And the other thing that I thought was pretty damn interesting is Nami is going to be right there with Luffy. It looks like right there with Luffy as she takes on Enel. And I think Oda's having her go after Enel because when Luffy and Enel fight, I don't think Luffy's going to be able to physically move, simply for the fact everyone else in the Straw Hat crew, they've been left incapacitated. And with Zoro, he's taken out so badly, it takes him that long to recover to where he's blinking and starting to get up, as well as Ganfall, who is clearly superior to all of them. So to see that, I really feel like it's going to take Luffy getting beaten that badly for them to say we need to train. So I think this is cool. I think we're getting ready to get into a training arc. I'm not too sure, but I feel like at some point these guys are going to have to train. Maybe it's going to take one more encounter. But overall, pretty good chapter. I'm really interested to see how Oda's going to handle the flashbacks, man, because we're getting more expanded world building. And that's the thing that I love more than anything else. Like, even seeing how they're telling the old lady, I believe her name was it Angel? I don't think it was Angel. But the old lady who's like, that's 2 billion extras, bitches, per person. Because they're all trying to get out. And she's like, the island is about to be fucking destroyed. Fuck the extras. Fuck your face. Fuck your dusty ass cobweb cactus vagina. Get your ass over here. Like, I like how we see them say, like, fuck all this shit. We don't have time for that. And even how the chief in the other chapter was saying, like, look, like, I think it was this chapter, where he's saying, like, we have to get out of here. Tell them to leave their belongings behind. We got just enough to get enough of the people out. So it's one of those tough decisions, you know, because you're telling these people they got to uproot themselves, okay? Like, they have to leave everything behind, the life that they know. They got to leave it behind, and they got to start somewhere fresh, you know? It's basically showing what refugees go through. And that's why I can't wait to go back and do this One Piece Decoded, because what we're going to see is, once again, Oda has the religious stuff in there, but because this is a war going on, it's almost like the Crusades, where during the Crusades you did have people who were having to leave different areas because of the fighting, and they had to leave their lives behind, or just war period, you know, people having to leave their life behind and get somewhere safe, and so they're having to start over, and that's hard as hell to do. So I just love the different things that are kind of going on here. No chapter question this time around. Just feel free to talk about what you want. Try not to have spoilers. I am pre-recording, so by the time you've seen this, I'm probably far ahead. But try to be considerate, guys. As always, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching Kryptonian Saiyan. Have an awesome day, guys.
Are you